Yo, from 70s NY streets to 80s TV screens, from mainstream back to the 90s underground scene. Big competitions arose in the 2000s. R16 group prestige, now look what it's amounted to. A tournament of nations, popping, locking and breaking, getting glory, honor and respect on global stages. This year the format of a dream team style starts. Winners from a 4-on-4 1-on-1 plus 2 wild cards. Hella qualifies in many nations and regions. Let's do a global recap to see who competed. US Bay Area, Canada West, US East Coast. Winners go to R16 North America, let the beast roast. R16 China North, Xinjiang National Finals. Hong Kong, Macau and soon China funk styles. In Asia, from Vietnam, Mongolia, Malaysia, Taiwan, Thailand and Singapore displaying flavor. Nepal still competed, that earthquake couldn't phase ya. Those winners will advance to R16 Southeast Asia and Europe, from Scandinavia to Malta and Spain. Russia had Crimea, Slavic, Moscow bring the pain. Plus Italy, Europe, solo, funk styles in France. They'll compete at IBE for the final chance to advance in August. R16s in Korea and the Philippines, Central America, Central Asia and Africa, Middle East. So far, Russia has the only complete dream team that includes B-Boy Alkalil from OBC, B-Boys Gun and Charito from Illusion of Exist, Cannon Zip Rock from Action Man Crew Got Tricks, B-Boy Robin, reppin' Top 9 and Zulu Kings. In addition, the Russian powers up and coming super mechanism. September brings the world open in finals of R16. Till then, stay tuned to see who reps in China's all-star team. Hey yo, welcome back to the road to R16, where the top B-boys and B-girls in hip-hop nation will battle their way to the finals of the R16 World Championship held in Seoul, Korea. I am your host, Lima Limon. Once again, we are joined with our critical analyst, Omak.
Yeah, welcome back, y'all. Good to see you again.
As well as the face of R16, Dizzy Supernaturals.
The sexy face.
The ugly.
Word. Alright, so let's go into a little bit of a recap, fellas.
Alright.
So, Diz, what has happened since the last time we filmed the first episode?
Well, since the first episode, the two eliminations that passed by is R16 Singapore and R16 Nepal.
Nepal. Isn't that Nepal that had the big earthquake?
Yes, it is, and yes, Nepal did have a devastating earthquake, and there was a situation where we had to tried to cancel R16 Nepal. Now the B-boys petitioned together and pretty much begged to not cancel it, because they said if you cancel it, their hopes are gone, especially considering what they went through. So we were kind of going back and forth and thinking that, maybe it's not right to hold a big hip-hop competition right after, right?
All that loss. How many people passed away?
10,000 people lost their lives.
Wow.
There was no more. The sponsorship for the event was cut because obviously the money has to go to the relief fund.
Yeah.
But they said, you know what? So I kept asking them. I said, is it gonna be canceled? Are we canceling this? And they said, look, the only way we're gonna cancel R16 Nepal is if we're all dead from the earthquake.
Wow.
Yo, that's commitment.
Oh, respect to that. Respect to that. Shout out to the B-boys in Nepal, keeping it real hip-hop, man. Salute to you guys.
Yes, no doubt. Yo, I want to take a moment to just give major props to the scene in Nepal. Yo, let's clap that up. Oh, definitely. Yo, major props to the scene and to the B-boys and that community in Nepal for still holding it down despite losing all your funds, man. Yo, that's really taking it back to how hip-hop was when you have crumbling resources and you're still able to come through, represent, and hold it down. That's mad admirable. Props.
Resources and absolute desolation.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, exactly. Mad props. Very admirable. That being said, Dizzy, do you think that they could take Singapore?
Nah. I'm gonna put it out there first. Nah. Love you guys, but nah. Sorry.
Me and Omak have different opinions on this, so let's hear your opinion.
Honestly speaking, I mean, mad love and respect to Nepal for what they've just been through, and they still had the heart to come out there and represent and put on the R16 show. But Singapore is a more mature scene. They've been around much longer. They have more seasoned B-boys. Radical Force put the work in the country to build up the scene in battles and events. And they're just more seasoned all-around vets. They have that battle experience. Nepal is pretty new. From what I've seen, they're pretty new country. The hip-hop B-boy is pretty new there. I don't think they got what it takes.
True, but if you just look at the stats, this is exactly what I thought too. 1 year ago, Nepal was like not really on their game, you know.
Yeah.
We came to Nepal 1 year ago. The R system came in, answered a lot of questions about battling, about all styles are united. Came back and they were on fire. New kids coming up on the next level, times 5, times 10 to the next level. I was shocked. I was really surprised. And if you just look at the stats, Nepal actually scores higher, a better average in 4 out of the 5 elements than Singapore. Right? They actually score higher in foundation, dynamics, execution, and cipher. The only one is originality, but that's not because there's no originality there. There is lots of originality in Singapore. Oh, in Nepal. Sorry. In Nepal.
Okay.
Singapore, not really sure.
Oh, shots fired.
Shots fired.
So one of the guys in the team, he was actually trained by Radical Force, by a member of Radical Force. And so they have really, really good foundation. But overall, Nepal, they're a really innocent and pure scene. They don't have a lot of OGs telling them what's the right way. And so they're not fighting over power versus style. That's not going on over there. They're embracing it all and they're looking at everything as one, saying, okay, this guy, I have a foundational style. They got good power, so I got to know how to respond to this.
I get your point. I fully get your point. You have a valid point, you know. But I think like when it comes down to it, we're gonna have a case of, you know, battle experience versus pure heart. Singapore being the battle experience, Nepal being the hungry scene with a lot of heart.
Hunger versus experience.
I mean, they don't have anything now. They have nothing to lose, and they have everything to gain. So it's all pure heart. You know, Singapore just has all that experience and time in the work.
I see both of you two aren't going to agree on this one. If anyone else disagrees or wants to put their input, just feel free to comment on that. Whose side are you on?
He cussed you out. You gonna let him cuss you out, Singapore?
Alright.
Call him out.
I had her back. Yo, so let's move into another part of the globe. Yo, what other eliminations we got coming up?
We have R16 North America coming up in Las Vegas.
Whoop, turn up!
And we also got R16 Europe this year at IBE.
Oh, that's what's up. Hey, yo, so who's going to be coming out to R16 in North America?
So R16 North America, they had only 3 eliminations, sub-eliminations. They had R16
East Coast, wasn't it?
East Coast USA, in Philly. They had R16 Canada West in Vancouver, and they had R16 Bay Area.
Word, that's what's up. So who's coming out from each one of
So
those?
R16 USA East Coast is Jungle Outcast.
Jungle Outcast.
Jungle Outcast. They're pretty dope. They got
Isn't that a fusion crew?
It's a fusion crew between Jungle Brothers and United Outcasts.
Okay.
Right? So how they're gonna make their team work, I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out fair for them. But overall, this team scored really well in originality and execution. The other ones, like Dynamics and Cypher, were below average. But we'll see how they're gonna do, right? Like, you know, like they were able to win in the East Coast, so yeah. Or the next B-boy is J-Bugs from Canada West.
Yeah.
To me, I think his originality score is a little bit low. I think it should have been high because I've seen the way he breaks. Possibly he was not focusing on originality every single round, but he scored actually really high for foundation too.
Yeah, that's really high. That's almost perfect every time, right? To get in between those.
Yeah.
So what what happened here? Why is there
what happened over here is we don't have the score sheet. Someone lost the score sheet, so we don't have the final score sheet to get his average.
That happens.
But if you think that's bad, look until we get to the next slide.
We have no scores for the Bay Area.
Okay, Joey Chaotic, he's really dope, but Bay Area, there was, because of like communication and budget and everything, they still use the hour system in sense of someone was judging for foundation, someone was judging for originality, dynamics, execution, and cipher. But they were doing it like the old school way, where
the original prototype.
The one, just looking at that, but they weren't giving scores for it. They weren't giving scores. And so this is how it happened over there. I still think the judges are credible. They did a good job.
Yeah.
Right. People aren't complaining with their opinions, and people respect them for their opinions. So the only problem is we can't talk about it right now.
Okay, that totally works out in his favor. That totally works out.
Keeps a bit of mystery on
Okay, word. And so there's still structure to the way it was judged because people were focusing on one thing. They just didn't write down the score for us to get an average.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. That's fine.
What about in Europe? It's the R16 in Europe. That's at IBE, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's correct. R16 Europe and IBE. There's only going to be 2 countries that actually are from Europe that actually had their own national eliminations.
Who are those?
Spain and Russia. Now Russia's already coming to the world final, so they're not actually going to R16 Europe in IBE. The only one that's going is Spain.
Okay. So what about the other teams? What are the other teams going to do?
Well, R16 Europe is going to be a open elimination, meaning anybody can come and they can enter, right? But when you come and enter, you're going to have to enter under your own country. Okay, so this is how it works. It's going to be a nation versus nation, 7 versus 7, country all-star b-boy battle, right? And how it's going to be signing up is you got to sign up under your own country. And you can sign up either as a team, a 4-on-4 team, a team of 4 people, or you can sign up as a solo, but it has to be under your country, okay? Now, what's going to happen is every team is going to have a prelim round, okay? The highest scoring team, that has the highest total score, they're going to make their country team automatically, right? That means just the prelim battle. They don't have to battle until there's the last team. Just the prelim battle, highest scoring. And the one-on-one, the top highest scoring 3 b-boys from the solo showcase and from the crew battles, the highest scoring b-boy is going to also, the 3 is going to be on the team.
Oh, so you got like 3 wild
total,
cards.
so 3 wild cards plus the 4 make the nation versus nation team. Okay? Yeah, so that's how it's going to be all coming together.
Who are you looking for in the scene there? Who do you think is going to take it?
Personally, I think Holland is going to take it because Holland is really dope. Right now, they're still killing it in the scene. They're very active. They have some of the top b-boys in the world. Right now, it's their home court advantage, and it's going to be easy for them. There's going to be so many of them that can enter over there, and I just think that it's going to be harder for other countries to get their city team, their country team together.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
So you seem really confident in Holland. What about, I mean, I gotta say, me, Omac, we're repping US. How do you think they would stand against the US?
Oh, well.
Why you gotta laugh like that?
Okay.
Wow.
I love USA. I think that the USA b-boy scene is really dope in the sense where they have really good individual b-boys of all different types.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they have battle better in cypher type battles, like smaller kind of jams. But on the international stage, it's a different feeling. It's a completely different feeling, and to be battling at that level is really hard. They haven't done so well except for Massive Monkeys in 2012. So with that said, I think that they don't have as big as a chance in the sense because America has a different mentality, whereas places like Korea, they have a crew mentality, a team mentality. Even if they're not in the same crew, they can still work together and
So that's like a matter of culture, individualistic society versus collectivism. Okay.
But because of the whole format that they have over here, the nation versus nation, the team of 4 and the one-on-ones and the wild cards, I think that it might change the whole thing, right? Make a really super strong American team, but it depends who comes out to R16 North America.
Yeah. True.
And it's a possibility that a Canadian team might come in. There's going to be no USA team, it'll just be a Canada team because Canada's really killing it now.
Okay. So you think Holland, maybe Canada, Omac probably get stick with some USA. Right? Yo, everyone has their own opinion. So do you, the viewer. Yo, if you have any prediction you'd like to share, feel free to comment down there. And sorry, gentlemen, but that's like all the time we have tonight. So on behalf of R16, myself, Lima Limon, Omac, and Dizzy from Supernaturals, we'd like to thank you very much for tuning in and stay tuned.
Like, share, comment, subscribe.